Homemade whipped cream with only 2 ingredients. This is so easy and so delicious. I could eat this every day. Homemade whipped cream is so easy to make and it tastes way better than store-bought. I promise it's worth the slight effort. Hi, I'm Christina with eatingonadime.com. Welcome to my kitchen. I'm so glad that you guys have joined me today. I have linked today's recipe in the description below. It will walk through all the steps on how to make this homemade whipped cream at home and all of our tips and tricks as well. So to make whipped cream at home, you will need a stand-up or a handheld mixer. Now I am using a KitchenAid stand-up mixer today. I highly recommend this. It is worth the investment. I have linked it in the description in our Amazon storefront. It's amazing. These will last you 30 to 40 years. They are so durable and they're awesome and you will use it all the time. I've gotten mine for my wedding and it still looks brand new. So it's awesome. Now you can use a handhold mixer. You will have to hold the mixer for a while. So if you have both, I highly recommend the stand-up mixer. You will need a whisking attachment and a large bowl. Now for the best results on this homemade whipped cream, I do recommend that you put these in the freezer to make them cold. I put them in the freezer for just 10 to 15 minutes and it makes it cold. I find that it whips the cream quicker. So just a little tip to have homemade whipped cream even faster. So I have the bowl chilled and the whisk chilled. Go ahead and place it in your mixer, both items, nice and cold. Make sure you lock it on. Perfect. You're going to start by adding 2 tablespoons of granulated sugar. Now, we get a lot of questions, can I use powdered sugar? And yes, you can, that's fine. It's gonna work great as well. I just usually use granulated sugar because that's what I always have in hand. And then you do need heavy whipping cream. Now this ingredient is very important because it has to be heavy whipping cream or it won't whip, hence the name whipping cream. We've tried it with half and half and heavy cream, and those will eventually work, but milk and things like that, it doesn't quite cream to the level that we like. So heavy whipping cream is going to give you the best results. So for today, I'm using 1 cup of heavy whipping cream. You want to put them both in the bowl. Put the mixer down, and then make sure that you lock it on so it doesn't move. And then turn the mixer up to about medium speed. On mine, it goes 2, 4, 6, 8, and 10. I do about the 4 to 6 range. I just watch it. When it starts whisking at first, it'll splash a little bit. So if that's the case, you want to start a little bit lower and then gradually move it up to a higher speed once it starts to thicken. So it will slowly thicken, and then the faster you can whisk it, the faster you're going to have a whipped cream. So we are going to go ahead and get this started. Okay, we're not splashing yet, so that's good. Turning it on up to 4, and you just want to keep letting it whisk. Now it doesn't happen immediately, so be patient and let it do its thing. That's why I love using the stand-up mixer, because you can just set it aside and let it whisk and get all your other have-tos done and come back and your whipped cream is waiting for you. It's been whisking for a few minutes now, and you can see how it's starting to thicken. It's not quite in the liquid state. It's kind of more of like a semi-liquid and a little bit thicker. So now is when you really want to bump up the speed, because the faster it goes, the quicker you have the whipped cream. I went ahead and bumped up the speed, and you can already see how it's getting thicker faster already. So once it gets to that state, go ahead and don't be afraid to kick up that speed. Okay, it's just been a few minutes and you can already see how quick and thick that it is. You know that it's done when it will form stiff peaks or it just sticks to the whisk attachment, and that's how you know that it's done and ready to use. So once it's been whipping for a couple of minutes at high speed, it is ready. Look at that. I want to show you guys how amazing that looks. It's awesome. Okay, so the trick with homemade whipped cream is you do want to use it right away. Within 8 hours, it will start to go flat and turn back to a liquid eventually. So you want to use it. My favorite thing is to let this whip while I'm cleaning up after dinner, and then the homemade whipped cream is ready to use for dessert. It is worth it to take the extra minute and make your own from scratch. It is amazing and awesome. Thank you so much for joining me today in my kitchen. I hope that I inspired you to make whipped cream from scratch instead of buying it at the store next time. It's so easy and so delicious. Don't forget, I have linked this recipe in the description below with my Amazon storefront, and it will have the step-by-step instructions for you, and it'll include lots of delicious recipes that you can use homemade whipped cream in. I love it just over fresh berries, but it's delicious in so many desserts. Do not forget to like and subscribe so you don't miss any more of our easy family-friendly recipes, including these simple, easy desserts that make life sweet and fun. Again, thank you so much for joining me, and I will see you guys next time when I'm either here in my kitchen or when I'm cooking in my sister's kitchen. Bye, friends. Thank you so much for joining me. I cannot wait to try this. It's perfect, I promise. It's so much better than store-bought.